Hey, welcome back to Restorations. Now, I know at the beginning of this video, you saw a piece of wood getting cut out and sanded and shaped, and the little some etching going on to it. Well, let me explain. My son and I have been doing a little remodeling in the house, and when I painted the wall over the fireplace, I decided we're going to put up something new over the fireplace. Now, I have been wanting the sword collection from the Lord of the Rings for the longest time. I am a huge Lord of the Rings fan, The Hobbit. I'm a Tolkienite through and through. Read the books, got them for the 4-hour movies. Don't even want to look at the 3-hour movies because they're worthless. You got to watch the 4-hour movies. So I went out and I bought Legolas's daggers. I bought Sting, and I bought Anduril, Aragorn's, I hope I say that right, Aragorn's sword. And I have it hanging up, I have it. Well, Sting came with his plaque. Legolas's daggers came with the plaque. However, Aragorn's did not come with a plaque. Now, I also want Gandalf's sword, the full hammer, the goblin cleaver, and I want Aragorn's sword. Not Aragorn, Thorin's sword, but that's going to be for a little while off. So I have those three, and I want to get them on the wall, but I didn't have the plaque. Went online, looked for the plaque, and the plaque was like $45. Now, the mistake they made was they put the dimensions on the plaque. And when you have a wood shop, that's a no-no, because at that point it was time to make the plaque. So why spending $40 when you can take a piece of scrap wood that you have in your shop, draw it to the shape the wood to the size of the plaque, and boom, there you go. So what I did was I took a picture off the internet of said plaque. All right, so I can get the shape. I got the dimensions, inches, and what I did was hold on for a second, and I transferred that image onto the plaque. Voila! And I'm going to do a little etching today for you, so that you can see etching out this whole tree and these florets down here at the bottom, and then we're going to stain it in one nice color. Then we're going to come back. We're going to put in some hammered gold paint to outlay the tree just like it is here on the plaque. It's going to be on this plaque here. And then once we finish, we're going to come back to some polyurethane, and then we'll be ready to mount out the sword bracket, put a mounting bracket on the back, and mount it on our wall. So, y'all ready for this journey? Let's get to it. Etching today. We have our small bit wood etching tool here that's going to get the lines and the little lines that we have. Then we have our little pointed tool that's going to get into these little florets and into these little crevices here. And then we're going to have our bigger crafting tool to actually, pull out that middle section, just the middle section and some of these other little middle sections. So we're about to have some fun. Ready? Let's go.
we go. Now, doesn't that look marvelous? I do a little sanding, get off the little edges, and then we're going to stain it. And once that stain dries, we're going to do the gold leafing with the hammered gold paint. And boom, we got a plaque. So, check in a minute. You can see, we've already stained the plaque. We used Ebony for the plaque's color. And now we're about to put in the gold hammered painting into our tree, into our leaflet area. So, let's see how this turns out. I'm kind of curious how this paint's gonna come out against this black stain here, or ebony stain. How it's gonna stand out, and how many different kind of coats I need to put in here in order for it to stand out, but we will see. All right. Now that's the first coat. We're going to set it out here in the sun, let it dry, and then see whether we need to do a little second coat to it. And if not, we're going to polyurethane it and be ready to mount our bracket and mount the sword. So, hey, check you out exactly the way I wanted it to. I know you say in the picture it looks a little smoother, and granted the other two plaques look that same way, but that's actually a photo laid over top of the wood, so it's actually carved into the wood or anything. But I wanted this plaque to have that carved look, like you did it back in the day. Now I could have took the etching tools and took my time and smoothed everything out and try to make it as smooth as the picture, but I didn't want that. I wanted to have that old back in the day etched. Someone took a chisel and took their time tipping it out. So you're gonna have those dips and imperfections that you would have back from something that was carved back in the day. This is turning out exactly the way I want it. So we're gonna do a little coat of polyurethane on it to make it pop a little bit more. And then once we do that, we're gonna mount the mounting bracket on. We're gonna mount the bracket on the back so it can hang on the wall. And then we're gonna put this sword collection on the wall. And this will begin my Lord of the Rings collection. Now, isn't that beautiful? I'm loving it. I'm loving it. All right, now I don't know about you, but that is a good beginning to the Lord of the Rings sword collection. That plaque came out wonderful, and I got my Sting, my Aragorn sword, and Legolas's daggers, not his pole swords, his daggers that he kept on his hip. I just found the pole swords and Orcris online, so they may be joining the party very soon. But that came out beautiful. I got my one ring plaque, the little ring. I don't know if you can see it on the video here, but it's great. So I'd like to thank you all for watching this video. If you like this video, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and share this video with other people. I greatly appreciate it so we can grow this channel. Thank you so much, and get ready for the next project. Peace.